What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jay Harrison, and today I'm going to be covering the Windwalker Monk Dragonflight talent tree. And with this build I made, you get 4 Shadowlands legendary effects. It is absolutely insane. But before we get into this build and the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel. I'm on the road to 100 subscribers. It would mean a lot. Thank you. Back to the video. You get Rising Sun Kick baseline. So first you're going to get Tiger's Lust. I think we're just going to break it down row by row. Alright, so you get, obviously, Tiger's Lust, you want the freedom, and then Calming Presence reduces all damage taken by 3%, and then you're going to want your Paralysis. Everybody knows what that does. And this is where it starts getting a little interesting. Vivify Healing is increased by 40%. I think at rank 1 it's 20%, but you want to go both. And then Detox, your Cleanse. And then you're going to want the Disable, the Slow. And then you're going to want the rank 2 Paralysis, reduces the cooldown by 15 seconds. That's good. And then this is where it gets a little crazy. Vivify is now an instant cast. Monk has always been really squishy. So now you can just spam that until you're out of resources. I don't, it's not mana. What is it? Energy? Yeah, you can just spam this until you're out of energy. And then the next row, Transcendence. Split your body and spirit, your port. Obviously, everybody knows what port does. I don't even need to read that. What am I doing? You're going to want that, your Interrupt, Spearhand Strike. You're going to want Fortifying Brew, your wall. And then we're going to cover the next row right here. This is pretty cool that they've done this right here. Fortifying Brew increases stagger effectiveness by 15% while active. Combines with other Fortifying Brew effects. Or this one right here. Cooldown is reduced by 2 minutes. I think right now in Shadowlands it's on a 3-minute cooldown. So that's really good. And then this right here, you either get Celerity or Chi Torpedo. I think baseline and Dragonflight you get 1 roll, so this allows you to get 2 rolls. So yeah, you want to go that 2 rolls over the Chi Torpedo. And then Fast Feet, Rising Sun. Rank 2 now. Rising Sun Kick deals 70% increased damage, and Spinning Crane Kick deals 10% increased damage. And it all ties into the build I'm making, like on Windwalker. And then obviously you're going to want Ring of Peace. And this is really crazy. Now, as Windwalker Monk, you get Diffuse Magic and Dampen Harm. And then just select Eye of the Tiger, so you get Windwalking, but we'll cover that down there. And then you still get Touch of Death, which is a execute, and it's still going to be an overkill. I think it might be nerfed, what it is like in PvP now. I'm not completely sure, but that's still going to overkill them. So yeah, you get the nice execute, and you get your Expel Harm, the Generate Chi, keep your combo strikes up. Fatal Touch, Touch of Death cooldown is like, I mean, I just select that so you can go into this right here. And like I said, Windwalking, I think they nerfed it because in Shadowlands you get, you and your allies get 10% increased movement speed, but now it's only 4, but I've always had it, and I feel like it'd be weird not to have it, so I just went with it, and you have enough to get it, and it not really cost you anything else, like, too important. And then, Escape from Reality. After this is the first legendary effect that you get. This is the spam port Lego. After you use Transcendence Transfer, you can use Transcendence Transfer again within 10 seconds, ignoring its cooldown. During this time, if you cast Vivify on yourself, its healing is increased by 70%, and 50% of its cost is refunded, so you can get a lot more in. And it's 70% instant cast. That's already increased by 40%, so you are tanky as Monk now. Like, it's actually going to be something new. And then, I actually, okay. And then, the reason I went this right here is for the bottom row. Like, they have the Summon Jade Serpent Statue. Unless you went with, like, a Soothing Mist Windwalker build, like, I don't think that's going to be good. And then, even though this is actually really good, because the damage reduction and Monk is really squishy, like, this is really bad for Monk. Like, they haven't even come out with this yet, but with this being Mistweaver specific and this being Brewmaster specific. I feel like this is going to be something for Windwalker, so I just went ahead, went into this. So, I mean, if it's bad, I'm, I mean, like, obviously none of this is live. Like, if this isn't bad, like, you could do this. If you're going to do this, like, we could probably change some stuff around to go into, like, a full Soothing Mist build, which would be really interesting. But, like, yeah, I actually think this is going to be really good, so yeah. Assuming this is going to be good, this is going to be what you're going to want to go with right here. Alright, and then we're going to get into the Windwalker side of this. First, Fist of Fury. Obviously, you're going to want that. Everybody knows what Fist of Fury does. Touch of Karma, you want that. You get Ascension now. Power Strikes. Every 15 seconds, your next Tiger Palm will generate 1 additional chi and deal 100% additional damage. Like, so really hard-hitting Tiger Palms. And then the next thing, alright, next row right here, Spinning Crane Kick, radius, increased by 15%. I'm pretty sure that's a Torghast ability, but like, okay. Touch of the Tiger, Tiger Palm damage increased by 25%. It's all going to tie in good, like, because that, and you get Kiefers, which I'm going to cover way down here. And then, obviously, you're going to want Flying Serpent Kick, Fist of Fury damage is increased by 20% at rank 2. Rank 1, it's only 10%. Obviously, you're going to want to go that right there. And then, Glory of Dawn. Rising Sun... I'm pretty sure... I forgot what expansion this was, but, like, I'm pretty sure this used to be in the game. Like, Rising Sun Kick has a 25% chance to trigger a second time, dealing 2,732 physical damage and restoring... I'm pretty sure, like, that's going to scale way up a gear, because... Unless it's like a reduced effectiveness type thing. But like if it's at full effectiveness, that's going to hit way harder than that. Alright, and then you want to pick Gale Burst. Increases damage done by a touch of death by 10%. All damage you dealt to the target during the duration. Wait, increases... Wait, so is Touch of Death going to be an execute? Okay, like, I'm excited to see when this goes live, like, or is it gonna, like, is this gonna be, like, the way it's talking right here is like what BFA Touch of Death was like, and right here, like, this is, like, Shadowlands Touch of Death, so, I'm thinking it's obviously still gonna be Shadowlands version of Touch of Death, but maybe, like, now it hits, yeah, like, maybe now, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's gotta be. Gotta be. And then... Okay. Alright, where was I at? I didn't got sidetracked. Okay, we'll just... Okay, we covered that. We covered that. Yeah, we covered that. Oh, yeah, it was right here. Alright, yep, right, you want to select that. Mark of the Crane. Spin Wall, kicking the air, dealing 10% of attack power, a bunch of random numbers. Spinning Crane Kick damage increased by 18% for each unique target you've struck for the last 20 seconds with Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, or right. So yeah, it's the marks of the yeah, it's like Mark of the Crane now. You just Blackout Kick different opponents, and you get 5 for your Spinning Crane for your your dance proc. And then Shadow Boxing Treads, Blackout Kick damage is increased by 50% and strikes 2 additional. Like, it's like the only reason I've done that is so I can get dance, but like I feel like that's gonna be more of a PvE because it hits multiple targets. But like it could be good for cleaving. Hopefully it doesn't break CC. Maybe I mean, you could just be mindful of that and like play around that. Like if you have like a paralysis up on the target, just like do not Blackout Kick somebody like that's right next to them. And then, this is pretty interesting right here. You get either Storm, Earth, and Fire or Serenity. I actually don't know what's going to be better next expansion, but right now, Storm, Earth, and Fire is better, and I'm assuming that's going to be better and going into next expansion too. And this row, I just went Jade Ignition for what I'm going to cover in the next row. And then, like I said, the Spinning Crane Kick proc, Drinking Horn cover. So it pretty much just extend, yeah, it just extends your Storm, Earth, and Fire every spender. And then, alright, this is the net. This is crazy. They're bringing back Strike of the Windlord. Strike with both fists of the heavens at all enemies in front of you, dealing 933% plus 933% damage and reducing movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Alright, and the next row, Thunder Fists. Strike of the Windlord grants you a stack of Thunder Fists for each enemy struck. Thunder Fist discharges upon melee, dealing 500% attack power, nature damage. Like, that is insane. Alright, and then Teachings of the Monastery. Tiger Palm causes your next blackout kick to strike an additional times, stacking up to 3%. And so that pretty much means you can triple Tiger Palm with your increased Tiger Palm damage, and it still, and it still does the teleport every time you Tiger Palm for a fat blackout kick. Like, that's gonna be fun. And then obviously you still get Zawin. You get Zawin's Bond Conduit. You get Empowered Tiger Lightning. I'm pretty sure that's the thing that makes Zawin hit so hard. So obviously you're gonna want to go that. And then Rising Star, Rising Sun Kick, damage increased by 30%, and it hits twice on top of the 70% increase. So yeah, Rising Sun Kick is going to hit hard. And then next row, Whirling Dragon Punch. Obviously you're going to want that. That's really good. And then Transfer of Power. Blackout Kick and Rising Sun Kick increase the damage dealt of the next Fist of Fury, stacking up to 10 times. And then this, and then they have not come out with this yet. And the reason I want this is because I want Kiefers. Because there's one legendary, there's a second legendary, there's a third legendary, and you get the spam port Legos. So there's the 4 Legos in the build I was talking about. But the only thing about running this is this right here. Blackout Kick and Rising Sun Kick increases damage dealt by your next Fist of Fury by 3%, stacking up to 10 times. So you could stack up to a fat Fist of Fury, but when you're playing the Zawin's Battle Gear Legendary, you are rewarded for Fist of Fury before the Rising Sun Kick. With this, you are rewarded for Rising Sun Kick before the Fist of Fury. So it's kind of like counterproductive. But until we know what this does, I would say to select this, and that way you can say you have 4 legendary effects. But like, depending on how good this is, we might spec out of one of these two. I'm not sure. Or actually, we couldn't spec out of that because we want Invokers. So yeah, we would have to spec out, yeah. So yeah, depending on how good that is, maybe, yeah, maybe. Like specking out of that into that. But yeah, that's the build right there. I would say this is one of the better talent trees that they've come out with so far for Dragonflight. I'm really excited for this new expansion. I think Blizzard has learned a lot from this last expansion, and I think they're going to drop one of the best expansions they have ever made. You guys can call this copium. I don't know. I just got that feeling, but I ain't gonna keep you here all day. Until next time, peace.
Know that the ride or die. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around.